have questions on each individual item, you're welcome to bring them up at the time. Yeah, Brian.
Well, this is going to cover just basically all 5 of these. You know, we're getting ready to ask the voters to commit over $750 million of their money that they go out and earn every day to a program that, when you look at the numbers, approximately 22% of that is actually for things that they want. The other is set aside for what I would consider a special interest group, special interest that would have a hand in this. And I just don't think that's what we should be doing. We could do this for a shorter period of time and actually concentrate on the things that actually the voters and people that were polled really wanted out of this. You know, it's a bad time to be committing that amount of money to a program like this. And I'd like to also point out that on Friday, September 18th, the Oklahoman basically they did a front page story on the city maps out, big plans, and it's how wonderful it's going to be. But the next day on Saturday, they bury on the back page of the Metro, city seeks cutbacks as revenue plummets. You know, I think that in a situation where we're looking at people losing their jobs, and in some cases, I would imagine that some of these may be only single income households, and yet we're planning on spending $750 million on wants. To me, that seems like that maybe we ought to be taking a step back and refocusing on what's really important.
I guess one of my questions would be, how does MAPS affect the short-term budget issues that's on the back?
Obviously, you can't take the MAPS money and affect the short-term budget issues, but I think in principle it's showing where the priorities lie. The priorities are that we want to tout this on the front page, but yet the back page is going to bury the problems that we do have that we're not addressing. And you know, talking about personnel, firefighter personnel, police personnel, some of the issues there, I mean, that's never been mentioned. And frankly, you know, with the bond issue in place and the MAPS issue in place, it's going to be 8 years before we're going to have any moving room to address any of those things without going to the citizens for actually an increase in taxes. That's the problem I have.